Hey everyone, how's it going? Mackenzie here, excited and ready to lead a Flow 1 class. So I'm just hopping on a few minutes early to allow everybody to get on, get situated. Say hi to Ivy. Thanks again for joining. Saturday afternoon at noon. I am used to teaching at this time. At the studio, I have a class on the schedule, noon on Saturdays. It's a Flow 2 class. It's 75 minutes. It's really fun. So I'm missing being at the studio, teaching there. However, I'm so excited to be able to be leading from my living room. So again, we'll give it some more time, allow more people to hop on, get situated. If you do hop on, if you just want to say hello in the comments, let me know how the sound and the lighting is. That would be great. So a few things before I get going. I do have a Spotify account, and hold on one second. Sorry. I do have a Spotify account, and I love incorporating music to my flows. However, right now when we're doing it over virtually, we're leaving out the music just so you can make sure that you can hear our cues good. But if you enjoy listening to music while you're flowing, I recommend pressing pause, heading over to your Spotify, and searching for my name, Mackenzie Shampoo, last name Champous. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one in Spotify with that name. And I have a whole bunch of Spotify playlists that are open to the public. They're named after months. Those are essentially the months that I created them. So any of them would be great for this flow. So head on over there if you want to listen to some music while you're flowing. Also, through this flow, you may utilize a few props. Now, you could certainly get through this whole class without any sort of props. You'll be fine. I will be guiding you into some modifications and stuff like that. However, if you want to get maybe a little bit deeper into some of these postures, utilizing these props will help you get deeper into those. So, a lot of times we'll use blocks in our yoga classes. I do have a couple at home, but I thought for the sake of the video, I'll use some other items that you may have around your household. So I'm using a can of soup, I'm using a candle. They're about the same height. Really anything that's going to give you a little bit of height, just bringing the floor closer to you, that will be helpful. So get creative with it. Again, you can press pause, go find maybe one or two items. You could also just use your water bottle. That would be fine as well. Now another prop that may come in handy is a strap. So I do have a strap, but for the sake of this video, I'm just using a scarf that I have around the house. You could also use a belt. You could use any sort of like strapping material. But that may come in handy in one of our balancing postures. So again, I will give modifications so you don't have to have any of these props. But I know for myself, sometimes I can be tight or not as strong in certain areas, and so the props help me to be able to get into that fullest expression without putting my body in unnecessary positions. So, enough of the chatting here. Let's get into the yoga. I want to, before we get started, and while we just give a few more minutes for people to hop on, I want to demonstrate a few different things. So first I'm going to demonstrate our Chaturanga Dandasana. It's a 4-part series that we move through many times within this sequence. So as I'm going through the flow and I cue you into your Chaturanga, just know there's many levels to it. You can take it at any level. You can also skip it at any time and just meet us in downward facing dog. So we always start our chaturangas in a high plank. So that's where I'm going to start right now. High plank, wrist under your shoulders, long line of energy out the top of your head through your heels. So we're right here. You want to be pushing the mat away from you. You want to be feeling strong within your arms. If you notice your hips are sinking, or maybe your hips are piked up, maybe you're sinking down into your shoulders, that is a good sign that you need to drop to your knees. That just means you're going to do these chaturangas from your knees and continue to build up strength, so then at some point you can lift your knees, do the chaturanga unmodified, and still be safe. So starting in high plank, again, dropping to your knees. This is one variation. You're going to inhale, gaze forward, finding a very slight tuck of your tailbone. And then on your exhale, use the strength of your arms to lower down. All the way so your belly's flat on the earth. Hands under your shoulders, tops of your feet rooted into the ground. Inhale, cobra. Lift up through your head, your neck, your upper back. And then exhale, meet in downward facing dog, maybe by way of tabletop. Another variation, if you want to take the fullest expression, starting here in your high plank. On our inhale, we're going to shift forward. We're just gazing forward. Exhale, lower down, halfway, hugging your elbows in, gaze out in front of you. Tops of your feet flat to the ground, lengthen through your arms, upward facing dog. And exhale, pike your hips high, use your core, downward facing dog. So again, any variation that you choose, it's there for you today. I'm also going to demonstrate our peak posture. So through this class, we're moving towards Ardha Chandrasana, which is half moon. So what half moon is doing, first of all, we're balancing. So we're balancing on one foot, a lot of concentration, a lot of power in that standing leg. The next thing we're doing is we're expanding. So out the top of our head, out the sole of our foot, lengthening from the top to the bottom. And then we're also opening up through our arms. So we're finding some expansion through our chest, through our shoulders, through our heart. So there's a lot going on. We come into this from an extended side angle. So here's where we're at. Here's step one. You can always hang out here in your step one. If you do want to move it forward, you're going to drop your hand. You're going to step in with your back foot. This is going to allow you to bring your fingertips to the top of your prop. The prop is about a foot in front of that pinky toe. You're going to shift forward, bringing the weight onto your right leg as you lift your left. So we're balancing on the right leg. Left leg is coming as parallel as you can as you keep those toes flexed. And then last step is to completely open up, lifting your left fingers to the sky. And then we'll release back into Warrior Two. So a lot going on. We're going to move through many postures to get us prepared for that final peak posture. So let's get started, shall we? Let's come seated on our mats. So I want you to face the front of your mat, going the long way. For the sake of the camera, I am going to turn and face the camera, but come into a Sukhasana pose. So it's an easy seated pose, whatever feels comfortable for you. You can always place maybe a pillow or a blanket under your hips, if that feels comfortable. Cross your legs here, so one shin in front of the other. You don't need to stack. Make sure each foot has its own space here on the mat. Now, top of your hands, root into your thighs, your knees. Close your eyes here. Now you need to root here through your sits bones. So feel the earth underneath you. Feel that support in the ground. Maybe your thighs, maybe your ankles are also resting on the ground. And then lift up through the crown of your head, feeling length through your spine. Again, close your eyes. Come to your breath here. So deep inhales and exhales. As you have your eyes closed, just noticing the surroundings, any noises. I have a mower going on outside. I have my cat meowing in the other room. Trying to take those distractions out, trying to come back to my breath, come back to my reason of why I came to my mat. Today, I want you to focus on finding your foundation, finding your roots. As we're moving through these postures, making sure to notice first your feet and the foundation that you have under you. We're going to move through a breathing exercise, Samavriti, which is equal part breath. So release all of your air out of your lungs here, let it go. Now on your inhale through your nose for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1, and then hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale out your nose for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then hold at the bottom for 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. We're going to go through a couple more rounds. Inhale through your nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then hold at the bottom for 4, 3, 2, 1. One more round here, equal part breath. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale it out for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then hold at the bottom for 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Keep your eyes heavy, keep them closed. Notice if you have any more sense of calm or peace after that equal part breath. So during these times, I hate to use the word of uncertainty because it's so overused, but during these times of uncertainty, we often find ourselves in a fight or flight mode where our breath is shortened. We can become extremely irritated or volatile because we're not breathing properly, because we are in this fight or flight defense mode where we are trying to protect ourselves from everything. So coming into that equal part breath takes you out of that fight or flight, brings you more into the rest and relax. Now we're going to move with our breath. So with your arms, on your inhale, reach your arms overhead, bringing your palms to touch. And exhale, hands through, heart center. Bring your thumbs to your chest, press your palms into each other. 2 more, inhale, reach up, filling up your lungs, palms come to touch. And exhale, bring your hands through, heart center. Last one, inhale, reach, fill it up. And exhale, hands through, heart center. Again, press your thumbs into your sternum, root your palms into each other. Now to release, come into tabletop. So plant your hands, step back 1 knee at a time here. So in our tabletop, we want our wrists under our shoulders, our knees under our hips. Back is long and straight. So we're reaching through the top of our head, lifting out through our hips towards the back. Now we're going to move with our breath again. So on your inhale, cow, drop your belly, take your gaze up, fill up your lungs. Then exhale for cat, press the mat away here. Tuck your navel to your spine, chin to your chest. Inhale for cow, drop the belly, gaze up, shine through your collarbone. And exhale for cat, find that flexion through your spine, press through your palms, your knees. Inhale for cow, gaze up, drop your belly. Exhale for cat, press it away, curl. Now move through 2 more rounds here at your own pace. linking your breath to movement. Inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. Awesome job. Back to neutral spine, tabletop. Now curl your toes, walk your hands forward. And on your exhale, downward facing dog. So create this inverted V here with your body. Finding your foundation. So find a big, wide grip through your hands. Spread your fingers wide. Really press the mat away from you. This is going to bring the top of your belly towards the top of your thighs here. Now to focus in on your feet, you want your toes face forward, energetically working your heels towards the ground. Working your feet and your legs straight. But no, to start, you can always find a bend. That's okay. You want to work your hips up high and find your breath here. One more inhale. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, gaze to the top of your mat, bend your knees. And exhale with small steps, walk your feet towards your hands, top of the mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. So keep your fingers to the ground, lengthen through your spine, shine through your collarbone, gaze out in front of you. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Two more, inhale, halfway lift. This time bring your fingers to your shins, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Last one, inhale, halfway lift, your variation. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain root through your feet, rise up. Arms come with overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center, Samasthiti. Bring your thumbs to your chest, press your palms in together. So you're rooting through your feet. They're about hip width distance. Engage through your legs here. Inhale, extended mountain, Urdhva Hastasana, reach. Exhale, fold forward, hands through your heart, hinge at your hips, keep a flat spine. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold, let it go. Inhale, extended mountain, Urdhva Hastasana, reach. Exhale, hands through, heart center. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms come overhead, fill up your lungs. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, hands through your chest. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Now this time, plant your hands and step back into a high plank. So we're feeling strong here in our high plank. We're not sinking down into our shoulders. We're pressing the mat away from us. We're almost lifting up right in between our shoulder blades. Now find some engagement through your core. So again, if you're sinking down, if your hips are too high, level them out. Zip up through your core. And send energy out through your heels here. Hold here, find your breath. And exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips high. Inhale, gaze to the top of your mat, bend your knees. Exhale, travel, walk your feet to your hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, extended mountain, reach. Exhale, fold, hinge at your hips, hands through heart center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank. Now your opportunity here to move through your first chaturanga. So start in your high plank. Exhale, lower down to your low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze to the top of your mat, bend your knees. Exhale, travel feet to hands, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain, reach. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Plant your hands, high plank. Your variation here. Lower down on your exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome job moving along. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. So send your right heel to the sky, kick back. Exhale, step through to your right thumb here. So lunge, you want to find your foundation, right knee over right ankle, left leg is long and straight, sending energy out through your left heel. You don't want to drop all of your weight onto your right thigh here. So lift up through your fingertips, gaze out in front of you, inhale here. Exhale, pyramid variation, so straighten your front leg, dial in. Inhale, back to lunge, bend your right knee, shine your chest forward. Exhale, pyramid variation, straighten your right knee. Inhale, back to lunge, moving with your breath. Exhale, pyramid, shift forward. Inhale, back to lunge, bend your right knee. Exhale, high plank, step back with your right foot, you're back into your high plank. Your opportunity, lower down on your exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through to your left thumb, so coming back into your lunge, this left side. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, pyramid variation, straighten your right knee. Your palms will stay onto the ground, and to take it deeper, bend your elbows. Inhale, back to lunge, bend, gaze out in front of you. Exhale, pyramid variation, straighten your left leg, send your chin to your shin. Last one, inhale, lunge. Exhale, pyramid variation, straighten it up. Inhale, back to lunge. Step back into high plank and chaturanga here. Move from your high plank down to your low plank, whether or not you're on or off of your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here, fill it up. And exhale, let it go. Now use the strength of your arms and use your core. Walk your hands back to your feet. So you're at a forward fold, back of the mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain, root to rise. Reach your arms overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center, Samastihiti. Beautiful. So stay here at the back of your mat, facing the front of your mat. For the purpose of the camera, I'm going to go ahead and face the camera here. So we're moving into our first balancing posture, which is tree pose, Vrikshasana. So we want to find a good, solid foundation first. So root your left foot into the ground. That's going to be our first standing leg. Lift your 5 toes, and then find the 4 points of the sole of your left foot. So there's 2 at the top, there's 2 at your heel. And then slowly lower down each toe, one at a time. So you have your unbroken standing leg. Then you find your variation with your right knee here. So you can kickstand at your ankle, you can bring your right foot to your right calf, or to the inside of your left thigh here. Now the number one thing in tree pose is to avoid the knee. So you do not want to put your knee or your foot directly on your knee, either above it or below it. So find your foundation, find your option for your right leg, be okay with where you're at. Maybe hands come to heart center, thumbs to your chest. Again, engage through your left standing leg, so lift up right above that left kneecap here. You're pressing the sole of your right foot into your left thigh just as much as you're pressing back with your left thigh into your foot. Beautiful job. Focus here on your right knee. You want to send it back behind you. Find a little bit more opening through your hips. If you're wobbling, that's okay. Embrace those wobbles. Any arm variation, you can keep them at your chest. You can raise your arms into tree branches. You can bring the edges of your pinky and your thumbs together into a lotus. Here for one more inhale. Stay here for your exhale. Bring your hands back to heart center and then release your right leg down. Beautiful job. Pedal it out. We're going to find that here on the other side. So tree pose again. Root through your right standing leg. Again, lift the 5 toes on your right foot. Find the 4 corners of the sole of your right foot. Then lower each toe down one at a time. Long leg unbroken on the right side. Find your variation here with your left foot, either to your calf, the inside of your right thigh, or your ankle. Maybe your hands to heart center. Focus here on your foundation. Feel strong through your standing leg. Left knee works back behind you. Maybe you expand your branches. Find one point of focus here. So something to stare at that is unmoving. It's your drishti. It will help you with your focus. Find your breath. One more inhale. And stay for your exhale. You can lower your hands back to heart center. Release your left foot and pedal it out. Awesome work, yogis. Moving along, inhale, reach your arms overhead, extended mountain. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk into a plank. Now move through your chaturanga here. Any variation, be okay if you're dropping to your knees. Be okay if you're skipping. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high, 3-legged dog, kick back through your right heel. Exhale, knee to nose. So find your core, shift your shoulders over your wrist, press the mat away. Inhale, kick back, 3-legged dog, right leg high. Exhale, step through directly between your hands here. So you want to pivot your back foot so it becomes parallel to the end of the mat. Inhale, rise up, warrior 2. Bring your arms parallel, reaching to the front and back of the space. Gaze down here at your feet. So again, we're working on solid foundation. You want to find heel to arch alignment, the heel of your front foot in line with the arch of your back foot. So that back foot, again, it's parallel to the end of the mat. Maybe if you can, shift your toes to the front, just bringing it at a very slight angle. Deep bend here through your right knee. And make sure you're breathing. Long inhales and exhales. Lift up through the top of your head. Glide your shoulders down your back. One more round of breath. Inhale, reverse warrior. Paint the sky with your right hand, but keep your low body the same. Keep that bend in your right knee. Press through the blade edge of your left foot, feeling the stretch on your right side body as you send your right hand a little bit more to the back. Continue to breathe here. Inhale, arms to a T, back into warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. So you're reaching to the front of the space. This is going to send your hips back. When you can no longer go anymore, tick-tock your arms 6 and 12. So extended side angle, this is where we're at when we move into our peak posture. So just take notice here. It will be later on in class. Inhale, rise up, reverse triangle. Straighten your right leg. First, bring your right arm directly up to the sky. Find your hips are square, and then work your right arm to the back, feeling that stretch. Inhale, arms to a T. Exhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose. So reach forward, shifting your hips back. And when you can no longer go anymore, tick-tock your arms, triangle pose. So right arm comes to the inside of your right thigh. Press so much that your left shoulder opens up just a little bit more. Make sure not to drop down into your side body, so lift up here. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, rise up, arms to a T, toes come out in front of you, so your feet are parallel. We're setting up for wide leg forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana. Hinge at your hips. Keep a flat spine the whole way down. Awesome job. Wide leg forward fold here. So let your head hang heavy. Take your gaze back behind you. But this is not a passive posture. This is an active posture. So what we want to be doing is lifting up through the sole of our feet, engaging through our thighs, so maybe lifting right above our kneecaps, and then we're going to grab for what we can on our feet. Either our big toe, the inside or outside edges of our feet, our ankles, whatever we can grab here, and we're going to pull our chest closer to the tops of our thighs. This might shift a little bit of weight into the soles of your feet here, the balls of your feet. One more inhale. And exhale, release your hands down under your shoulders. Inhale for a halfway lift. And exhale, twist it open here to the right. So reach your right arm high. Inhale. Exhale, drop your right hand down to the ground. You're already at a halfway lift. Inhale, twist to the left, reaching high. Exhale, let it go. Let your head hang heavy, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lunge to the front of your space, creep and crawl, bend your right knee, step back into high plank. And here you are, chaturanga, your variation. Upward facing dog or cobra on your inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now moving to the left side. Inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Shift your shoulders over your wrists. Press the mat away. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step directly between your hands with your left foot. Now parallel your right foot, edge of the mat. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Settle in a little bit deeper on your exhale here. So find that foundation, heel to arch alignment. Heel of your front foot in line with the arch of your back. Arms to a T, reaching actively to the front and the back. Deep bend through your left knee. Hug up through your midline here. One more inhale. Sink a little bit deeper on your exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. So low body stays the same. Reach your left arm to the back. Little to no weight in your right hand. Take notice here of your left knee. Send it to the pinky edge of your left foot. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, arms to a T. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach first, tick-tock. Left arm comes to the inside of your left thigh. Right arm reaches high here. And press through the blade edge of your right foot. Keep breathing. Using your core, inhale, rise up to reverse triangle. So first bringing your left arm straight up high, then stretching to the back. Keep breathing here. Draw your left shoulder down your back. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, arms to a T, preparing for Trikonasana. Exhale, triangle pose, reach, and tick-tock. So both legs are long and straight, both arms are long and straight, expanding through your chest. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, rise up, arms to a T, parallel your feet so your toes are pointing forward. Lengthen and inhale through your chest. Exhale, fold forward, Prasarita Padottanasana, wide leg forward fold. Move slow as you hinge, bringing the top of your head down towards the ground. Grab for where you can. Again, this is an active posture here. Lifting up through the soles of your feet, engaging through your thighs, sending your hips high, and pull your chest forward. On your exhale, go ahead and drop your hands under your shoulders. Inhale for a halfway lift, and twist to the right, reach it up high. Exhale, drop your right hand down to the ground, keeping your spine at halfway lift. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, let it all go, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift again. We've been here already. Exhale, creep and crawl to the front of the space. Bend your left knee, step back into high plank, and you know where you're going here, chaturanga. Drop to your knees at any time. Inhale, exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. So stay here in your downward facing dog. We're going to move through that flow, picking up the pace. So we're going to find one breath to one movement. We're not going to hang out in a posture for too long. Just one round of breath each movement. So back into downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Shift forward, press the mat away. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step directly between your hands. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Exhale, settle in here. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your right leg, reach back. Exhale, Trikonasana. Inhale, rise up, arms to a T, feet parallel, shine your chest. Exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana, hinge forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lunge, top of your space, move with your breath, step back into high plank, and chaturanga here, high plank, down to your low plank. Upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here, inhale. And exhale, let it go. Other side, inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, hug it in. Inhale, three-legged dog, kick back. Exhale, step through between your hands. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. And exhale, settle in here. Inhale, reverse warrior, paint the sky. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle proper. Reach and tick-tock. Inhale, rise up, arms to a T, parallel your feet. And exhale, wide leg, forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana. Hands under your shoulders, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lunge to the top of your space, bend your left knee, and step back into chaturanga, high plank. Building your strength with each chaturanga. Meeting in downward facing dog. Awesome work, yogis. Go ahead and drop to your knees. Take a drink if you would like. I know I'm going to. And then come back into your downward facing dog. Now we're going to use the strength of our arms and core again to walk our hands back to our feet. So we're at a forward fold, back of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. mountain, root to rise. Exhale, Tadasana, hands next to your side, palms face forward. All right, so go ahead, stay facing forward for this balancing posture. For the sake of the camera, I'm going to turn and face you all. So, balancing posture number 2, that is going to prepare us for our peak posture of Ardha Chandrasana. So, again, we are finding the balance first on our left standing leg. So, lift those toes, find the 4 corners of your foot, lower each toe down, find your solid standing leg here. Now your right leg is going to come to 90 degrees. I guess I should say, if you're using a strap, go ahead and grab that so you have it in your hand already, and then move into this right knee at 90 degrees, flex your right toes towards your face, lifting through your chest, lifting through the top of your head, feeling long, strong in your left standing leg. If you want to move forward, go ahead and grab for where you can on your right foot, the inside or outside edges of your foot. You can grab for your big toe with your peace fingers, or if you're using your prop, you can wrap your strap around the sole of your right foot and then find your grip as close to your foot as you can, and then stand back up here. So this is step 2. We're moving into Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, which is standing, extended, big toe to hand. So we're standing, we're expanding, and then we're going to kick out. So on our exhale, kick your right foot out in front of you, long and straight. Those right toes are flexed back behind you. So this is why I need the strap, because my shoulder tends to come in. I want to draw it back into place. I want to keep my right leg long and straight, my left standing leg long and straight. If you're feeling good here, take an inhale, and exhale, expand, open up to the right. Now your left hip may start to point out. Bring it back in. Find that engagement. If you come out, you can just come right back in. Again, keep those right toes flexed. This is hard to do. Again, if you're not using the strap, you're going to be grabbing, you're going to be expanding, maybe opening up, or maybe just keeping that right leg bent and opening it up. This is a great place to be as well. One more inhale, and exhale, come back the same way that you came in. That was a struggle for me. So let's try it again on the other side and see if it's better. Root down through your right foot, lift the toes, find your foundation, lift up through your right calf, your right thigh, lift your left knee to 90 degrees, flex those left toes. Step 1. Step 2, grab for where you can, or find the strap and the grip as close to your left foot as you can, right hand to your hip. If you're moving forward, kick out in front of you, keep those toes flexed, work that left shoulder back into space. Fullest expression, opening up to the left side. Keep the left toes flexed, breathe here, open through your chest, open through your arms, and then release the same way you came back in, moving slow and with control. Woo! Nice work. Virtual high five. You can drop that strap off to the side. We are done with that for class. Nice work. We're going to move a little bit more with our flow and then go into our peak posture. Inhale, extended mountain, reach arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, crawl back into your high plank, move through your chaturanga. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Again, shift forward, we're building strength. Press the mat away, hug up, navel to spine. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through to your right thumb this time. So we want our feet on two separate train tracks. Right knee over right ankle. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. So reach your arms up, find a deep, generous bend through your right knee. Now your left heel here. Lift up through your left heel. This is going to allow you to straighten and lengthen through your left leg a little bit more. Tighten up and engage through your low belly. Find your breath. One more inhale. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Draw your right arm back behind you, left arm out in front of you. Keep the bend in your right knee, twisting through your spine. Inhale, back, crescent proper. Exhale, airplane your arms. So swoop your arms down and back here. We want to keep our chest lifted. We want to keep our gaze out in front of us. Keep a bend in your right knee. Hug your elbows back behind you. Inhale, back to crescent proper. Exhale, lunge, plant your hands. Step back, high plank. Chaturanga here, your variation. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, shift it forward. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through to your left thumb here. Inhale, rise up, crescent proper, Anjaneyasana, bend through your left knee, reach up high through your fingers. Lift through your right heel. This will allow you to lengthen a little bit more through that right foot. On your exhale, open arm twist to the left. Draw your left hand back behind you, right arm reaches out in front of you. Keep your chest lifted. Keep the bend in your left knee. Inhale, back to crescent, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, airplane your arms, swoop them down and back. Palms face the ground. Hug your elbows back behind you. Shine through your collarbone. Inhale, back to crescent, arms overhead. Exhale, lunge, plant your hands. Step back, high plank. Chaturanga here. Downward facing dog on your exhale. Now again, moving through that flow, picking up the pace, one breath, one movement. Let's do this. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, shift forward. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through to your right thumb. Inhale, rise up, crescent. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Inhale, back, crescent lunge. Exhale, airplane your arms. Inhale, back to crescent, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, lunge, chaturanga. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, shift forward. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through to your left thumb. Inhale, rise up, crescent. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Twist through your spine. Inhale, back, crescent proper. Exhale, airplane your arms. Inhale, crescent lunge, reach up high. Exhale, lunge, plant your hands, step back, chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Beautiful job, yogis. Now from here, go ahead and shift forward into your high plank. And then drop down onto your forearms. So one at a time, dropping down. Forearms, ideally, come out to an 11. Pressing the mat away. Or you can bring your hands and grip them right in between your face. finding a third point of contact. You're pressing up in between your shoulder blades. You don't want your hips too high, level them out. You don't want them too low, bring them back up. Legs are long and straight, they're engaged. You're energetically working your elbows back towards your feet, and this is gonna shine your chest forward. So we'll hold here. We are well over halfway. Drop to your knees. If you feel yourself shaking, if you feel that you wanna get out of this, just drop. You're still building strength here. Find your breath. 2 more rounds of breath. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Last round of breath. Inhale here. And exhale, lower all the way down. Awesome work. Yogis, you can stack your hands and then place your forehead on the top of your stacked hands and take a couple breaths there. And when you're ready, press up into tabletop or high plank, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. So we're moving through this last little push of class. Moving into our peak posture, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So inhale, right leg high, 3-legged dog. We've been here before. Exhale, step through right in between your hands. Inhale, warrior 2, rise up. Exhale, extended side angle. So reach and tick-tock. So here we are. You have your options to stay in your extended side angle. If you want to move forward, drop your left hand to your left hip, and then toe heel your left foot in a couple feet. Now find your block, your prop. I'm using a candle for today. Place it about a foot in front of your right pinky toe. Now I'm going to move back on my mat so that my head doesn't get cut off. But as you bring in that left foot, it allows you to bring your fingers to the top of that prop. And then you can slowly start to lift your left standing leg, and you're balancing on your right leg. So left leg comes as parallel to the ground as it can, flexing your left toes. And then the last step is to lift up through your left arm here. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Find your breath. And on your exhale, slowly lower back into a warrior 2. Awesome job. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your arms to the front of the space, back into a lunge. Chaturanga here, one of your last chaturangas of class. Downward facing dog is where we'll meet. So moving through the other side. Inhale, left leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step through in between your hands. Inhale, rise up, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. So hang out here. If you want to take it further, drop your right hand to your right hip. Step in or toe heel in with your right foot. Grab your block or prop. Place it about a foot in front of your left pinky toe. Bring your fingers to the top of that prop and slowly start to lift your right leg. You're balancing on your left. Little weight through your left fingers. Bring your right leg as parallel as you can, keeping those toes flexed. And then last step, reach your right arm high. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Make sure to breathe. Stamp the sole of your foot to the back. Reach through your crown. One more inhale. And exhale, slowly lower back, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, lunge to the front. Chaturanga, last one of class. Downward facing dog. Take one round of breath here. On the end of your exhale, go ahead and drop to your knees. Take a seat towards the middle of your mat. We're going to lower onto our backs, but let's get just a little bit more core work before we close it down. So bend your knees, arms out in front of you, and slowly, with control, lower down one vertebrae at a time. All the way. Take a full body stretch here. Kick your feet out in front of you. Reach your arms back behind you. And exhale, curl up into a little tiny yogi ball. Now release your feet down to the ground. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees open wide. Butterfly legs, Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle. So your knees are open wide. You're breathing into the inside of your thighs. Now you can take this as deep as you would like. So if you want to take it deeper, bring your heels closer to your hips. If that is too tight for you, you can send your toes a little bit closer to the front of your mat. Find a good stretch. You don't want to overdo it. You still want your knees to open up. Come back to your breath here. Maybe one hand to belly, one hand to heart. On your next inhale, bring your hands to the outside of your thighs and slowly bring your knees back up to center. From here, we're going to find a counter pose, constructive rest. So toe heel your feet out towards the edges of your mat, and then let your knees drop in towards the midline here. So they may meet, they may almost support each other. Opposite hand to belly and heart. Now we did so many balancing postures today, which can oftentimes bring up frustrations. It's okay to feel those feelings. We don't want to suppress any of those feelings of frustration, any feelings. You want to acknowledge those feelings and then use your breath to move through. To release out of this posture, slowly toe heel your feet back to center. Go ahead and take your right leg, wrap it over your left here. So we're finding eagle legs. We want to shift our hips over to the right. So root through your left foot, lift your hips, draw them to the right. Your legs will start to move and twist to the left. Supine twist with eagle legs here. Now your arms may be at a T. To find a deeper stretch, gaze over your right shoulder. Feel your breath here at the top of your chest. Now move it down through the twisting and the turning of your spine. Inhale, knees back to center, and wind your legs, maybe pedal them out. And then we're going to find this on the other side. So left leg and knee wraps over your right. Shift your hips to the left, and your knees will automatically draw down to the right, twisting with eagle legs. Maybe for deepest expression, gaze over your left shoulder. Long inhales and exhales. Inhale, knees back to center, unwind your legs. Maybe pedal them out. Again, take one more full body stretch. And exhale, curl up into your little tiny yogi ball. Last posture of class is happy baby. So you want to send the soles of your feet up towards the sky. You're opening your knees so they come to frame your torso. And then grab for either the outside or inside edges of your feet. You can grab for your big toe with your peace finger, maybe just your ankle, wherever you can reach here, and pull down on your feet. You'll feel a little bit more stretch through the insides of your thighs. Now play around with it here. This is called Happy Baby for a reason. So you can smile, you can kind of play around, sway from side to side, maybe lengthen out one leg at a time. Any last movement or posture, feel free at this time. And we're going to settle into your final Shavasana. Bring your hands next to your body, palms face up to receive the good energy that is out there within this YogaPod community. Or bring your palms down to root into the earth if you're looking for some foundation, for some stability, for some support. Stay here in your Shavasana. If you haven't already, go ahead and close your eyes. Make your eyelids heavy. So I was saying earlier, these balancing postures can bring up a lot of emotions, a lot of frustrations. If we fall out of them, we feel inadequate. As a teacher, as I'm demoing to you, and I'm falling out of it, I'm having this negative self-talk in my head, and I need to silence that. Be kind with my thoughts towards myself and others. Some days are going to be better than others. Some days we move into these balancing postures, and we can pop right into it, and we feel so strong. And then we can do that same posture the very next day and feel so weak in it. So be okay with where you're at each day. Be gentle with your thoughts internally and externally out into the world. Know that each big, strong oak tree out there once started as a little tiny nut just trying to hold its ground. You know, I feel like that's how all of us are right now. We just feel like little tiny nuts just trying to hold our ground, trying to find some stability within our lives. Stay here in your Shavasana. I invite you maybe 10 to 15 more inhales and exhales after I end this class. Take up your space. Let your feet splay open wide towards the edges of your mat. Let your ankles and your toes go heavy. Let your knees and your thighs soften. Let your hips splay open wide. Let your belly go soft. Fingers and wrists. Release any tension that you have in that area. Soften here through your elbows. Release your shoulders down into the ground. Still find that shine, that light in your heart, but let it soften that area here. We want to soften through our cervical spine. Release any tension in your cheeks. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Soften again through your eyes, through your eyebrows. Soften at the space right in between your eyebrows, the third eye center. It's your eye of intuition. Bring light, bring warmth to that area. And then shine out, soften through the crown of your head. Hang out here in your space, in your silence, this spot that you have carved out for yourself today. Again, my name is Mackenzie. Thank you so much for showing up today. The student in me honors and sees the teacher in each and every one of you, showing up for class, doing the best that you can. Namaste. Stay tuned, YogaPod Fort Collins. We have some fun stuff coming up. Still keeping up with the 4 free classes a day for right now. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and reply in the comment section. Thanks so much. Have a good Saturday.